Welcome to Microsoft Windows Security and Forensics class. I'm Erdal, Ozkaya, still together with Raymond here, and we are finally in our bonus module. We are going to talk about Windows 10 Forensics. So what is the module agenda? The module agenda is we will talk about the leading innovation and security features in Windows 10, but from the forensics matters. Basically, I'm gonna try to show you what is important and what has changed from previous versions, including Cortana and new Windows features. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, I was jealous with the handsome handsome Raymond, and he had a great shirt. I said, hey, why I don't have it? I quickly changed it. Now we look like a better team. Okay, Raymond.
Yes.
We are in the MVP Summit.
Yes, we are here for the MVP Summit, and we are not supposed to say anything about it. So we asked the organization to make one exception to this. So we are revealing the single and one sign that we should not show at this summit.
Unattended laptops will be upgraded to Windows 10. This was our new mission, and believe it or not, yesterday we had so many unattended laptops after this recording, but promise we did not touch it. I took many photos, Raymond took many photos, but we trying to behave because they're all our friends, and we believe everybody's already in Windows 10 because Windows 10 is great. I love it, to be honest.
I love it.
All right, OS artifacts. So what is important in Windows 10? Probably you know the file system. I'm not gonna talk about it. Nothing has changed. It still supports FAT, exFAT, NTFS, and the new file system, which is REFS.
Resilient file system.
Resilient file system. Again, please watch the other sessions about this. I'm not going to talk about it. If not, just Bing it. You will find the details about it. Default partition structure has not changed. Windows is still the core operating system, which is under NTFS. The recovery partition, it's under NTFS. And we still have the UEFI, remember? UEFI, which replaced the BIOS and the system partition. This sits in FAT32, believe it or not.
So for forensics, nothing has changed?
For the forensics matter, no. I'm just letting that everything is same. Now, registry hives, if you look in the slides, you're going to see that the format has not changed. You can still use your favorite forensic software to look into the details, get some examinations. And the golden mines, registry keys are where username and user that is. This is probably a file that we all worked very hard with it. We used to change it from that.man, have that mandatory changes. It's still there. For me, SAM, this Windows System 32 config SAM is still the gold mine where all the password sits. Again, if you don't know what you're doing, please do not interfere with this registry key or database. This can cause some troubles.
Well, the general frame in this one is that you should never mess with the registry if you don't know what you're doing.
Yes, it's like your backbone. Usually you don't touch it. Why? Because this can give you some pain. Windows registry, if you touch it too much, this can give you some pain. Anyway, event logs. I think you all know now the importance of the event logs. The locations is there, didn't change. I got a screenshot here for you. This PC, Windows System 32 logs. Yes, you can go to the event viewer and get the logs from there, but let's assume the computer was formatted and use the forensic software to recover it, and this is where the golden mine is to look into it.
Prefetch. Well, we learned earlier that the prefetch is where Windows stores the things that you start up at first when you start your computer to speed up your experience when you log on, and this is where Windows stores information about the programs that you usually start in the beginning. So this may be useful for forensic investigation.
Recommendation here, please do not delete the prefetch files because it will slow down your boot up time. And I don't know if you noticed, Windows 10 is great when it comes to boot times, and prefetch has a big impact on that. So in terms of forensics, what is important here? It keeps track of a way how your computer starts, which programs you commonly open, and all this is saved in that little file, which you saw in the slides a few seconds ago. So the programs that you start is the key word here that I want you to remember. Shellback. What is a shellback? When I wrote this course and Raymond said, "Hey, hold on, look, I didn't know what shellback is." I said, "Remember, Raymond? Just yesterday yesterday when we were prepping to the session, I learned some stuff from you." So there is always something new for all of us. So shellback, you explain, please.
Okay, well, today I learned from Erdal what the shellback is. The shellback is actually where Explorer stores information about how you want to view your directories and files on your disk. So when you change the layout of your folder, it is stored in the shellback's location in the registry. Now, if you remove the folder, the shellback information is still in the registry. So usually as a forensic researcher, you will find information about files that have been on your file system and folders that have been on your file system until the investigation took place.
So basically, let's say you have mount volume or deleted files or user actions. You delete them? No problem. We can definitely contact us. Shellback is a registry key, basically, which is a lot used by forensics experts. Thumb cache. I think we all know what it is. If you don't know, please erase these videos. Assume you didn't watch these videos, and please go to level 101. Just joking, just joking. Thumb cache is all where your picture cache has been saved.
Yeah, the thumbnails of the pictures.
Thumbnails of the pictures, yes. And there is a new location for that compared to earlier versions Windows. Okay? And the location is, as you can see, Windows users. Of course, you're not going to have the Erdal folder unless you use my computer or unless your name is Erdal. And the app data, local, Windows, and Explorer. And you will see your thumb cache there. Recycle bin, our old friend. We talked about the details. I told you that whatever you delete from recycle bin is in reality not deleted. It still provides the original file name and path, so nothing has changed. I just wanted to remind you that recycle bin, so if you delete it from recycle bin, it's still not gone. It's still in your computer somewhere sitting. VSS, volume shadow copies.
Well, volume shadow copies is a mechanism that is used by backup mostly. And there is a admin tool with it, VSS admin, that allows you to view information about previous backups and previous statuses of your hard disk. So it's still there. Nothing's changed in Windows 10.
So why do I mention about this? It's a gold mine for you to know. Shadow copies, I used to give this example. What is this? My hand. If you cut it off, I don't have a hand. But my hand has now a shadow at the back, which Windows keeps the shadow. So even if the original files goes, the shadow will be kept in Windows. So volume shadow copy is basically, I don't want to say backup. Backup is a wrong terminology to it, because people might think, hey, I got a backup in the shadow copy. It is not that easy, but that's how I explain it in a basic manners. I hope you agree with the term?
Agree. Yes.
Cool.
Nice
So it's still there, and the admin tool, which you can download from MSDN, is still there as well. Indexing. So I don't know if you remember on Windows XP when it was first introduced, you could just type, and it was actually third party first. You had to install that. I think it came with SurfPack too, right?
It came as an add-on. You could install the indexing service on Windows XP.
And what it was doing is it was basically doing the suggestion, which is very common today, to you, and it was helping you to reach your files, folders much faster. It's still there, and it's still a gold mine. When I say it's a gold mine, it's a place where you can find whatever the user has there. Of course, if it's in a BitLocker encrypted file and it's not been connected, maybe it can't be easily reached, but it's still there and it's still doing the job.
Yeah, because it allows you to speed up finding information in files of the user. So actually, it's an index. It's the compressed version of all the user information on your disk to enable you to easily and fast find your information on the disk. So as a forensic researcher, this is a goldmine. This is the way to have fast access to the information of the user on the disk.
Exactly. It's still stored as an EDB file, and you can use your forensic files. If you need to do a dirty dismount, you can use snutility.exe. It's the details in the slides if you didn't catch it up. And Windows 10 is, if we quickly have a look here, stores it under program data, Microsoft, search, data, applications, Windows.edb.
And this is the same location as it has been since Windows Vista.
Yes. Okay. What is one of the most liked features that you like in Windows? I mean, if you played Halo, I think you know what I mean. I can use my Band 2 and even talk to it. My phone is going to reply back.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about?
I think Cortana, huh?
Or who's Cortana? Sorry, I was talking about. Of course, Cortana. Of course, Cortana. So, Cortana, your personal assistant, which expand upon the unified search platform, which was introduced in Windows 8. It's new, unless you were using Windows Phone 8. I think you know what Cortana is. You can basically talk to your computer or phone.
It's your personal assistant on your system, and personal assistant has to know everything about you. So, yes, Cortana has to know everything about you. So I think in the end, this will be a goldmine for forensic researchers.
Stop.
Because there is.
Please repeat what you have said. Cortana needs to know everything about you. Now, you're a forensic examiner. This guy done some illegal activities in the computer. My job is to investigate his computer. So, what is the gold mine? Hey Cortana, what did Raymond do? Probably Cortana's not going to talk to me. So, I can go to the EDB file, and the location is right in front of you here. I mean, I don't want to really read it. There is some interesting tables, such as location triggers, if you have location enabled, latitude, place results, location-based reminders, and creation of a completed time is there as well. So Cortana has some databases which can be interesting for you, especially with the list of contacts synced from email accounts. And the location is right in front of me. Hi, Cortana. This applies to, okay, our topic is Windows Forensics. But this applies to any other operating system as well, which has a personal assistant, which I think the competitors, they don't have it, right? They have it in their phones.
Yeah, no, I have not seen this on a desktop operating system.
Yeah, so it's unique for Windows. I love it. Cortana is one of my best friends since Halo. Notification Center. I mean, I can just go to my screen, open my Action Center, my notification. What is this Notification Center, Raymond?
Well, it's actually a place where your Windows 10 installation gathers all the information about email and other messages coming in. It's like on your phone. That's where you usually had the Notification Center. It tells you have new email, that you have appointments in your agenda and stuff like that, or that software updates have been installed, for instance. Now, this may be very useful information, as there is probably historic information stored in there.
And as you can see, I'm using my beautiful touchscreen with Windows 10 to highlight the location. It's highly recommended that you look into it. Why? Notification might have some important aspects where the victim has used.
Well, for instance, there may have been a mail coming in that was deleted afterwards, but the notification is still there.
Perfect example. Picture password. A great feature since Windows 8.
Yeah.
I love it. You can just select any photo. You can say, okay, my password is this, this, and this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So the location of your picture password is right here in the registry. And the photos has been located right here. Under users, Erdal, app data. I mean, this is your name. local Microsoft Windows. Raymond keep asking me, what about the password? Is it being kept there? I said, hey, what is Sam doing?
The password is in the SAM. But this brings me to the fact that Windows 10 actually has some more authentication options in there.
Yes, and that's why we say Windows 10 is the most secure operating system that Microsoft has released. And to be very honest, I mean, we didn't cover, it's not part of us, even though we say Windows security. It's, you know, device guard, Halo, multi-factor authentication, enterprise security features, they're all there. But even though we say Windows security, the scope of this course was not to cover Windows 10 security. And if you notice, what I'm doing right now is the changes of Windows 10, which will help you to understand as a forensic examiner. So this course hopefully is going to give you the basics and in some matters level 300, 400 information where hopefully you can extend to a level.
Yes, but as far as the picture password goes, we will not be covering this in Windows 10, but there will be locations in Windows 10 where you can uncover the fact that the user has been using stuff like hello for your face recognition or your fingerprint recognition.
True, true. All right, let's move on. Application artifacts. I love this slide. It took me not too long to do it, but I love it. You know. What is a universal application, Raymond?
Well, the universal application is actually, well, we had many names for that before. It was
Modern UI,
Modern UI. We've seen many names of it, but currently it's the modern user interface for the new build applications in Windows 10 that you can use on your desktop and on your mobile. Those are applications that are treated really, really differently from other applications because they run in a very different security context. They are locked down, so there is much less chance of a universal application to break out of its container and do stuff that you don't want from there. It's also an application that comes from the Windows Store. And being an application in the Windows Store, it has been checked by Microsoft. So much less chances of a rogue application or an application that is doing bad things to your system.
And if you check the slides, you're going to see that these databases are kept in this location here. And it has two different formats. One is for SQL and the other one is the JetDB, which is the EDB file. All right, Windows Store. If you buy anything from any other stores, in any other operating system, it's really sometimes hard to keep track. But Windows Store is giving you a beautiful registry key, when I say beautiful in terms of forensic examination, which stores everything is stored in this location here. And even if you delete the application, the registry will keep track of this. In terms of security, let's say the computer was compromised by the hacker. Okay? This will give you a list what was maybe deleted. Or I believe Windows 10 is really, Windows Store is really much more secure compared to any other stores. Yes, to be very honest, still not that popular as it's supposed to be. but let's be honest, okay? Yeah. But an example, Apple, for example, had to remove thousands of applications very recently because they were somehow fake and stealing information. So far, there are not too many in Windows Store. And I'm not going to even talk about the other competitor because it's known that okay, let's don't talk about it too much. I want to come back. Okay, who knows Internet Explorer? All we know. Yeah. But what else is new in Windows 10?
Well, there's Edge.
Edge.
All
right.
The new browser.
The new browser and rendering engine based on the Project Spartana.
Yeah.
Same as IE11, but records are no longer stored in the index.dat files. Now it's stored as EDB file.
Oh, in fact, this Edge browser is a completely new browser. It's built up from the ground. It has nothing in common with Internet Explorer.
The E in the logo?
Okay, the logo.
Just joking. Just joking. Okay, the edge settings are stored in the following file location. Edge cache is stored in the following location, and last active browsing session stored. Now, if you remember the case in the previous session, remember that guy which we were investigating with Şükrü. By the way, hello Şükrü. Şükrü Durmaz from Difoze, okay? When we were investigating, he found out that he used the search engine to look how we can delete the database.
Yes.
And our forensic software helped us to locate all this information. This is the same thing. With Edge, you can still track it. Again, you might think, hey, Microsoft is tracking me. It's not Microsoft. Doesn't matter which operating system you use. This can be tracked.
It doesn't matter which browser you use. Actually, this is information that is stored by the browser. And Edge is storing it in a different location. So the forensic software will have to be updated for Windows 10 to find this information for Edge. And it will currently only get the information for the other known browsers until they have integrated the Windows 10 integration. Exactly.
What about Windows 10? Sorry, not Windows 10. What about Internet Explorer, the legacy one? Edge and IE history records are stored in the following database. Users, username, app data, local, Microsoft, Windows, web cache, v01dat, which is an EDB file, which can be viewed by ESDB viewer or asset database view. Again, if there is a dirty dismount, you can use the snutility.exe, and it will also store the cookies. What does it mean? You can be tracked. Okay, I think you asked me, right? The other day, one of my customers asked, what about in private mode? So what is the private mode, if you can remind our...
Well, in private mode is actually a way of using your browser, leaving less traces on your system. So if you don't want a certain website to show up in the history when your wife uses your browser after you...
you mean the Secret Santa, right? You mean the Secret Santa. So Christmas or Eid, doesn't matter where you locate, or in any holiday or birthday when you want to buy a present.
Exactly.
This in private mode.
Then you use in private mode.
Yes,
and then
yes.
When she goes through your browsing history, when you have used in private mode, it will not be there.
Okay. In terms of forensics, to be very honest, I'm still making my research on it. I don't have a clear answer yet for you in this. There are some traces, but not in detail. I'm pretty sure somehow, again, I don't have the right answer for now, and I'm not shy to let you know this. It's still an area which takes time to look.
Yes, and I think usually when people have been using in private mode, then it's time to start searching for other traces. You have network traces, you have maybe a proxy server somewhere in your network that will have the information of the website that has been used by this user.
Okay, what about emails? We know, again, I gave you a real life case. That guy also sent an email saying, haha, the company has to pay, they're suffering for not increasing my salary. Here's the mail application, not Outlook, where it's been stored. This PC, Windows, users, your username, app data, local comms, and you will see that the UniDB store is there. I mean, I didn't click into it because, to be honest, I use Outlook 2016 since it's in the alpha stages when I had access to it. Beta, not alpha. You can get attachments, email headers, contact information, which we talked about it yesterday.
Yes.
Unified communication can be also tracked. This PC, Windows, users, and at the very end, you have all this list under packages. If you look very carefully in the DB store, you'll be able to get your email database here as well, Unified Communication Database, which is the built-in Microsoft application that brings together all the following social media platforms. And it's same since Windows 8. What about other interesting tables in there. You can find, I mean, yeah, Windows Live is not there maybe anymore, but Skype, Twitter handle, LinkedIn. You can get the domain tag. You can find the username for each account. So here's the case. You have a user creating fake usernames. A good way to prove that this was this user, you can just look into this database. Contacts, events, further details about own accounts, person and personal link is all there.
Yeah.
And you can locally find this information in these two locations here. Feel free to download the slides after to get the location information. What about Twitter app? We know Twitter app is there.
Yeah.
Or if you're using Windows Home Edition, Candy Crush is there. My wife loves it, by the way.
Okay.
You know, could be something else. You know, what if someone using your credit card to buy Candy Crush Live, for example? You know, this might be. I don't know.
There may be information in there that's useful.
Anyway, the location is, as you can see in the screen, is right here. The history of the DB located in the following. The SQLite format is DB. It has 11 tables, and the relevant tables are here, which holds tweets, DMs, which holds searches conducted in Twitter app, which lists latest tweets from accounts. So it is keeping an eye on your Twitter, on behalf of Twitter.
Yes.
Of course, this is not be shared by Twitter, but this can be. This is actually what you do in your computer, and it's be there to make your life easier. But forensic examiners can look into it. Again, where can you find it? It's under the C drive, users, your username, app data, local packages. You can see all the packages installed in your computer.
This is actually the location where Windows stores all your universal applications.
Exactly. Skype. Now, it's not by default there anymore, right? You have to,
No.
it gives you the link where you can download Skype. So it's prompted to download it. But OneDrive is there. And you can just download it, not download it, it's integrated.
Yes.
Much better compared to Windows 8.1. Which was a hassle for me to set it up, to be honest, as MVP, as a Windows expert. But now it's much easier, much better. The API will allow you to save files directly on OneDrive. It's sort of online backup.
Yeah.
You can list of synced items right from here. And you can also see locally cached items in here. Here's the case example. You have a user doing bad stuff, in this case Raymond again. Let's say you have a local computer, but you don't know, you know, he changed the password, he killed his OneDrive account. You can see what was synced to OneDrive, or I think I can mention a Dropbox or Google Drive, or
there is a history of what you have done.
Yes, the history is there.
Yes.
Office app. Let's look in the slides. With the release of the Windows Insider program, Microsoft introduced the Office mobile apps, where you can see all your subscriptions, and you can edit, create documents. Otherwise, the apps will be read-only. The Word app, the details are here. Sorry, this is my Australian computer. You know, this can be different for you, but the rest should be based on what you have. Because even though I live in Dubai, everything's still Australian way in my computer. So please don't be confused with this part. The cache files are stored in this directory here. Oops. Hassan is going to be happy his block is there. Excel app details can be found here. They're all saved as FSD extension. Data will be embedded and can be manually crawled from FSD file. Again, please ignore this part here. Once you come here, this might be different in your computer. Same applies to PowerPoint or OneNote. The locations are there. It's been stored as a bin extensions, encoded binary files, embedded graphics. Everything can be found. Same applies to your maps.
I think the Maps app can be very interesting because the Maps app can use your GPS in your system, and using the GPS allows the application to store historic information of where you have been with your computer. So
let's talk about Windows 10 forensic acquisition. You can use different software, run as administrator, and extract information from memory. You saw my demo earlier. You saw Hassan's hacking demo earlier. Same for live disk acquisition. You can use this software.
Imaging software.
Imaging software. Again, you watch my demo.
True.
And resources. What I'm going to do here is Hassan's blog, secadmins.com. You will find lots of cool information. My blog, yourmct.com or erdal.com. You will find lots of cool information. But I think we should do some demo now, right?
Right.
Okay, in this demonstration, I'm gonna use one of the software here to show you what I can get out from an operating system. In this case, I'm gonna use Windows Forensics, Windows operating system, but it really doesn't matter if it's Linux, Apple, Google. Google, everything's stored in Google Drive anyway. What else? Mandroid, not Mandroid. Red Hat, Mandroid. You know what I mean. So it can be done for all operating systems. So let me start the demonstration. I'm opening my system here. As you can see, I'm just creating a case. I'm naming this case Erdal. Once the case is created, I'm just putting the file location. Now it's gonna open. As you can see, I'm just opening my image drive. I can browse everything in the system. I can see the file system structure. I can see the hex, the byte. I can display the pictures straight from the hard drive. And this is the thumb location. So instead of me going manually in, this can be done live with the software. I can see the OST files, which is stored, the Outlook PST files. I can connect to the registry instead of, let's say offline system. The Hives is there. The Thumbs database. And as you can see, everything is still there. And this is an image which I taken before in my previous lab. Demo, not lab, sorry. You can see all the stored image from my VM, which I captured. You can even see the deleted videos. And this will be, I don't like to say it, but the police comes to us many times for some illegal, child abuse videos. People delete them, and this is the best way how we can get them out. Or if you have an iPhone or Windows phone, doesn't matter what it is, we can definitely crawl everything out. So this is a quick example. Okay, you're seeing the demo how it's going. So I duplicated the operating system. Now I have a full copy. I browse what has been deleted. Now we talked also about browsers, right? Let's see and have a look what can be crawled from a browser. Going back to my demo, you can see this guy has Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Chrome. and I can just get everything out from what was used. I can see the file extensions, the software which has been installed, including Exchange server, pictures, HTML files, SQL, MOB. MOB is accounting software. The prefetch files that we talked about, the binary, the X, the byte, the file system record, the metadata. Let me scroll down. You can see all the DLLs, the printf spooler which we talked about. I can go change the look from A to B. I can open any installed operating system. And if you look in the menu again, I can crawl, I can dismount anything which was used in the computer, from hashes to live boot, from programs to MD5s, and the dates, exactly when was installed, on what time, how.
When certain files were changed.
I think this gives you an idea. I can change from category to folder view, and as you can see, now I'm going to different record folder. I can select the file system based on the partition. I can crawl the information that I'm looking after instead of crawling everything. So basically recovering the deleted files. Can be music, can be video, can be graphics. So whatever you do actually leaves trace in the drives. Doesn't matter if it's in the cloud or local in your computer, which we talked about it in our previous sessions.
Yes.
It's really one of my most favorite feature. Why? You saw my Windows 10 session. In that session, I was showing you how it is. Here you go, the VSS logs. Now, shadow mount. I can just go mount any other drive before it was updated. So each time there was a change, remember we talked about it? I can just go into it. It's a different language, I know. I mean, I don't have to understand the language, but I can go and mount previous. You remember I was talking about
status of
yes, the dirty mounts, and look, all the partitions are there, orphaned, rooted. Everything can be found, and you can look and see into every single details.
So this allows you to have a historical view of the disk, how it was before.
And yes, you can. I'm quickly going through. I know I'm doing it a bit fast because I'm not here to sell the software. I'm here to give you the idea. Even though I love the software, it's a different story. I can do signature analysis where Raymond was talking about. I can expand files, extract data, hash values, as I said. I can even lively boot into Windows and bypass any password. You saw how I done it before. So this is a way where we can look in the operating systems. This, I have a security feature dongle which I plug into it. So there are different softwares which can do similar functions. To be very honest, I leave the software part for you. But as a forensic examiner, you should work with something that you are comfortable with something which is recognized, where you can use it in a court. You can't just write your own software. You have to be able to prove what you have done, and you have to be able to repeat what you have done. Unless you are a security researcher and doing it for research purposes. Raymond, I think the demo can go on, but I gave you the message. I don't know. Do you think I should show something else, or?
No, I think this is quite clear, and it's a clear overview of what we've been presenting during this course. And this is an insight of a practical examination of a system. So it shows how we can leverage all these items that we've been going through, especially in this Windows 10 overview, and how it's used in forensic software, particularly to find the information that you're looking for as a forensic researcher.
And the most important part, I can go back to demo, but you should have a software where you can create a report. I don't know if you remember the menu. You can just go to the Facts User Guide menu in your demo screen, okay? And from there you just press the button which will create your documentation. Yes, Raymond showed yesterday really cool features how you can use PowerShell. But hey, we are in IT, we're a bit lazy. I can just press the button that can create this for me automatically. In the background, it has all the scripts which is doing that for you. You cannot always use tools. You might have not the license, the money, the skills. But I think this course covered from A to Y, not Z, everything. From free way to paid way. Okay, I think we can conclude the course here.
Yes.
Maybe we will add some bonus structures as well. So on behalf of Raymond, Hussein and the camera crew, I would like to call them in as well. To, you know, the guys behind the scenes. Stop it and come, I don't care. And there he comes. My friend here, he is, you know, we have also the cameraman, the light people there, but he is the main guy. We give hard time. Every time I come here, he locks the door, computer, so make sure I don't get
That's
access.
right. Make sure it happens.
Thank you, thank you. Special thanks to Raymond and Hussein.
Thank you, Erdal.
I think as Microsoft Virtual Academy, we are here to help you, to help the community in a way that you can get the most. Please. Okay, let's go to Microsoft Virtual Academy website. It's important to spell it right. But thanks to Bing, it fixed to me. You will have so many courses. Windows 10, cloud deployment, game deployment, web deployment, database. Everything is here. Please, please, please take some time to go and log in, watch sessions. This is free. You will get a certificate at the end. You get points at the end. You can compete with your friends at the end. I think this is great. And how much does it cost again?
It's free.
Free?
Totally free.
I usually teach my kids and saying, hey, there is nothing for free. But sometimes there is something for free, right?
Microsoft Virtual Academy.
All right. Thank you very much. Raymond, would you like to say anything?
Well, thank you very much for being here with us. I hope you had a great time. And I surely had a great time. I'd like to thank Erdal for this perfect course. I learned a lot, huh? And I hope the same is for you.
I hope you had fun. I know I speak sometimes fast, sometimes loud, sometimes, but it's all about to give you the best. I worked really hard to make this happen. Special thanks to Kim and Phil and everybody at the Virtual Academy team. Thank you for my employee EMT as well to be sending me on my own time here. Thank you for everybody. See you in the next course. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.